Let's walk in the heart of Chesapeake, Virginia, where the phrase family and friendly atmospheres take on a vibrant, welcoming meaning. Chesapeake is renowned for being a haven for families, offering an environment that goes beyond just a place to live. It's a community that nurtures the essence of a family life. The community spirit is palatable, creating a sense of belonging for the families. The city takes pride in fostering connection amongst its residents, providing a supporting network that extended from excellent schools to a plethora of community activities. The city calendar is filled with family-centric events that celebrate the joy of togetherness. From festivals to community gatherings, Chesapeake ensures there are plenty of opportunities for families to come together and share the experience and celebrate a vibrant spirit of community life. The median home cost in Chesapeake, Virginia is roughly around $328K, which make the living in Chesapeake less expensive on the average than Virginia Beach. In Chesapeake, you can find a single-family home, a townhome, or a condominium of all price ranges. There are also an abundance of new construction communities, as well as many waterfront ones. Some of the best neighborhoods in Chesapeake includes Great Bridge, Hickory, Grassfield, Buck Station, Greenbrier, and Pleasant Grove. While homes in Chesapeake are still more than national average, living here will be less expensive than living in Virginia Beach, and you may end up with more acreage and privacy. The city jobs market is on the rise, offering diverse opportunity across various industries. Chesapeake is a hub of economic growth, making it an attractive destination for those who seek employment prospects, including flurries of fields of the engineering, medical, technology, and logistics. Chesapeake is the home to major corporate players, including industrial giants like Amazon and Canon. These global companies have chosen Chesapeake as the base of their operation and further solidify the city position as an economic powerhouse. The opportunity to work with such esteemed organizations added to a prestige dimension of the city job market. One of the reasons why Chesapeake is a perfect family is due to its excellent schools. Chesapeake's school system has around 48 schools, and a good deal of them is high rating. A few notable mentions are Grassfield High School and Hickory High School. These two schools are such high in demand, you might even have to threaten the principal with mosquito bites. I'm just kidding. But don't worry, if they even call the police, they're gonna be too busy writing tickets anyway. There might not be much nightlife in Chesapeake, but one thing the city has abundance of is festivals. Move here means enjoying their annual oyster roast along with the festivals around wine, running, birding, and monthly bluegrass concert. Even though that sounds like a lot, trust me, it's just the tip of the iceberg. But even if the festivals aren't your thing, you still be able to enjoy the best pro of them all. The outdoor lovers of nature won't be able to get enough of Chesapeake living because this city has a ton of outdoor activity to explore. For instance, the city has around 20 public parks that includes ball fields, picnic areas, trails, and more. You also have access to more than 26 miles of hiking, biking, jogging, trails, and fun on the water. And if you are an aqua lover, you will be able to enjoy 22 miles of fresh and salt water, which includes the popular Desmond Swamp. I'll say all the above make Chesapeake the perfect place for family wanting to enjoy some outdoor bonding time. Just make sure to pack a flamethrower to deal with those awful mosquitoes. But for the most part, there are milder days in every season, and more extreme weather conditions are not always the norm. There's an average of rainfall approximately like 47 inches each year. This is significant to keep the ground green, but not so bad that you can constantly need to carry an umbrella around. The winter climate range between 30 degrees to 40 degrees, while the summer months range between 75 degrees and 85 degrees. One thing about the summer here is that they can get to a boiling humidity sometimes. However, cooler winds from the Atlantic Ocean breaks the hot spell from time to time. As for the winter, there's rarely snow and the extreme conditions are almost non-existent in the city. Jet noise may be a regular occurrence depending on where you live in Chesapeake. If you ever experienced it, you know how frustrating it becomes after a while. There are 2 air stations located in or near Chesapeake. The first is Naval Air Station Oceana. It's located in Virginia Beach. The second is Fentress Airfield, which is located in Fentress. If you live near either of these 2 stations, you will frequently experience the jet noise. It may not be significant disadvantage, but over time, it becomes very annoying. If you want to avoid having to drive through tunnels on a regular basis, Chesapeake is a great option because it offers a lot of pathways to avoid tunnels and tunnel traffic. It's also worth noting that we have a huge military presence here in the Hampton Roads area. And there are various different military bases spread out throughout the Hampton Roads. One of the bases I could really talk about is NOB, which is the Norfolk base, and then you have Joint Base Little Creek, which is stationed between Norfolk and Virginia Beach. Then you have the Coast Guard base that's actually in Chesapeake. But if you're working at the Naval Hospital, even the Coast Guard Exchange, for example, Chesapeake was a great option because you won't have to deal with any tunnels whatsoever. However, with every else in life, there's give and take. So with that being said, make me come down to maybe our first con, and which will be traffic. Yeah, exactly. Con number 1 is definitely traffic. So you have the less content with the weight of the tunnel. But depending on where you are and where you work, it's particularly if you're in the military going to those bases, you're going to have a commute of probably up between an average of 25 to 30 minutes. And speaking of traffic, if you try to avoid and go through the tolls can call a pretty good penny. Because you plan on taking the highway or the Chesapeake Expressway, your pockets are destined to be drained. And for multiple reasons. The first one is Chesapeake Expressway tolls. They can cost anywhere between $4 to $10 per vehicle, depending on the time of the day. And sure, if you're a savvy enough driver to probably can avoid these tolls, but that can be hopping out the frying pan into the fire, because there are certain predators that's await you for you in these Chesapeake highways. And the predator is the state police. Trust me, these guys are no joke. They pretty much live on Chesapeake highways just waiting for someone even thinking about speeding. I mean, I'm not seeing anyone happier than giving out tickets since Willie won in the chocolate factory. There are a great number of things to do in Chesapeake, which we'll get to in a second. But when it comes to nightlife, the city is severely lacking. Remember, when I said this place was very attractive to family, well, this kind of plays into the reason. Chesapeake doesn't really appeal to a younger crowd. So if you're a party goer and would have to get their fix, basically you had to go by to nearby cities. But this may be a blessing in disguise. No nightlife means no nighttime mosquito bites. Relying on personal vehicle due to limited public transportation options, Chesapeake is big and spread out, so you definitely need a car to get around different areas of Chesapeake. However, there are other options you can get around on days when you might not want to drive. Hampton Roads Transit is a local bus service that serves Norfolk, Virginia Beach, Chesapeake, Newport News, and other areas in the Hampton Roads. You also can share a ride with someone using V-Ride, which both private individual and what employees use. You also have Uber and Lyft. Greyhound offer bus service to major cities on the East Coast, including Hampton, Norfolk, Suffolk, and Newport News. You can also travel to the East Coast cities if you get on the Amtrak train. It's have a station in Newport News, and also we have the Norfolk International Airport also nearby. You can go out a little farther, you can go to Newport News Airport. As you embark on the journey to Chesapeake in 2024, remember to consider both the expect and unexpected aspect. Whether you're drawn to the family-friendly environment, economic opportunity, or the city hidden gems, Chesapeake has something for everyone. Happy exploring.